You guys out there need to stop paying attention to the world's voice and start paying attention to what the gospel preaches. This is why so many men today are actually caught up within dynamics that don't even last all that long when it involves marriage, because the woman so happens to be masculine for one and the male happens to be feminine, and these marriage dynamics never last 9 times out of 10. The world are deliberately trying to convince men that you must be beautiful, you must be nurturing, you must be gentle, you must be touchy-feely, and all of this bullshit. And what happens when a guy so happens to fall victim, even, into buying all of this bullshit? Granted, he attracts women, but they're not the women he is actually in fact attracted to, because he's attracting masculine women. And it wasn't the woman that were designed or created to be the head of the marriage. And this is why these women are left within the predicament they are. It's alright for us men that they screw over though, because at the end of the day, we have the power in order to remain single and abstain. We're not just going to give ourselves away freely to any woman when we know the biblical truth within our heart and our mind. The biblical truth being that us men are actually in fact the head of marriage, thus ultimately making God and the Son of Man, Jesus Christ, the head of the woman. And yet these women, on the other hand, they can't be getting on with that. Hence why they have to treat the men out there today the way that they do. And yet they have the audacity, along with brass neck, to come crawling back, crying, begging and pleading for the same guys that they threw under the bus repeatedly, all because they lost attraction even to said guy once they actually in fact feminized him. And, said guy so happened to show the woman this particular said version. See, this is what I love about life at the end of the day. No matter how much of a bad hand we are dealt, us men, on a whole even, right? We could always rebuild. We can always get back, however many folds over, according to the gospel word and God's promise alone. We can heal from all of the bullshit that we're put through 24/7. These women, on the other hand, they will forever remain trapped and enslaved within their own delusions, kicking and screaming, spitting their dummies out of the pram when they can't get their own way with us trads. So it's a win-win for us guys, despite whatever hands we're dealt, and it's a lose-lose situation for these women. Truth be told. So there we have it, folks. To you guys out there, don't buy into this horseshit narrative that you must be gentle, you must be nurturing, you must be touchy-feely, you must be emotional, you must be this, that and the other. It's bullshit. Smoke and mirrors. And what happens, like I said, when a guy displays all of these characteristics? He gets thrown under the bus, and these particular said women that find this attractive actually in fact go dry for said men, and they look for another guy that doesn't display any of this. See, I know female psychology better than women can ever understand themselves, and yet they have the audacity along with brass neck to play these games. I will keep on exposing, like I said, and I will keep on giving the voice back to the male species out there that are dumb enough to actually buy into these narratives. Sure, granted, they might hate me for speaking the truth now, some of them, but some of them may also come to their senses and actually thank me for the work that I'm doing later on. So, either way, it's no skin off my back. Stay vigilant, guys, and pay attention to what I just said.